two staggering new projections for how many Americans could die from the coronavirus as states start to reopen. Warm spring weather and eased restrictions in a lot of states have led more Americans to gather in public spaces like the parks and the shopping malls.
Now, one model once frequently cited by the White House is warning about the risks of rushing the recovery. Less than a week ago, a group at the University of Washington projected America's death toll would hit 72,000 by August 4th. Now, they warn that number could sharply rise to 134,000 if strict measures like social distancing are eased. We'll have more on the second model shortly, but first, Janet Shamlian is in Houston, which is partially open again despite a spike in cases in Texas.
From the public health point of view, namely, there will be more deaths.
Chris Murray, director of the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington, isn't mincing words. Relaxing social distancing guidelines too soon, he says, will cause a major spike.
This rise of mobility in the last week or 10 days is likely leading to some increased transmission.
The model's projections, which have been favored by the White House, worry health officials as states across the country reopen. Katie Meeks owns a Houston toy store, once again open.
We had people right at 10 o'clock. I had people call the day before asking, and they were here first thing, ready to shop in person with their mask on.
Are you having any issues with social distancing?
No, I would say for the most part, people have been respectful. We've put a sign on the door asking people to please wear a mask when they come in and reminding them that we will be practicing social distancing in the store.
People wore masks in her store, but across the country, more instances of defiance. In Flint, Michigan, 3 people are charged with murder for allegedly killing security guard Calvin Munnerlin at this Family Dollar store on Friday. Surveillance video, authorities say, appears to show the 43-year-old father of 8 was shot and killed for telling a customer to wear a mask.
Our parents grew up together, our kids grew up together, and this is senseless over a mask, over a mask. I don't understand it.
USA! Meanwhile, in Boston, protests continued, with hundreds gathering in close proximity outside the State House, demanding the economy reopen. Some holding signs reading, "Everyone is essential." And in California, amid growing pressure, Governor Gavin Newsom announced some low-risk businesses, like bookstores and florists, can open for curbside pickup on Friday. And following days of protests, beaches in 2 Orange County cities will also open with restrictions.
This is a very positive sign, and it's happened only for one reason. The data says it can happen.
And for California, that same study out of the University of Washington shows an expected doubling of cases and deaths by the end of August. In New York, Governor Cuomo is looking at taking a similar tact as that of California, but only after lockdown ends on May 15th and only after certain tracing and testing requirements have been met. Tony?
All right, Janet, thank you.